Alright, I am here standing in the ruins, the spawn point of the new server Crimson Ingot. This is these ruins are actually dedicated to one of the many deities around. That's one major factor about this. How I said it was much different from other survival servers. This server includes deities, which act not so much like moderators, but more like actual like deity godlike positions where players can pray to them and receive special benefits. Of deciding factors that this survival server is not like the rest. We're a more mature server, you could say. There's going to be cussing and stuff, generally allowed unless it's excessive. Um, and then here's some quick info on it before we start getting into more details, actually, including the deities and stuff. Guests can come in and get a feel for the site, much like Minecraft Furniture, but you're not going to be able to interact with the world whatsoever unless you submit an application on the site that was shown before. While they're there on the website, they should probably read everything. I am not kidding. It's like Minecraft Furniture as well. Read everything on the site, know everything you need to know before you get on, especially this one because there's just so much difference in two accordance survival servers.
Yeah, even Minecraft Furniture, when you get on, you can at least know what to do. With this, it is a very complicated server. I think it's very well done. Snug and Mill planned it out very great, but when people come on, it can be really confusing. So make sure to read everything about the creeds and classes.
Alright, so enough warning on reading everything. I'm gonna say after you apply and are accepted, here's a quick warning as well. You're not going to be able to build in the first 1,000 blocks from spawn. This is a protected area. It's meant to be more of a kind of regroup yourself, maybe kill some mobs who, by the way, cannot kill you back until you get out of spawn area. Maybe collect some stuff before you go out into the wilderness yourself. The map is pretty big. We have a live map on the site, so you can check that out and see for yourself. It's a pretty big area. The server itself is still also under much development. It's gone through many beta phases, as far as I can tell. There's a lot of improvements. But it's still got a few bugs, and then once we should be able to iron them out mostly within the next week. But if you happen to find one and are on the site, be sure to post it in the forums. We appreciate that. So let's go into more.
Out, so
it's only been open for like 1-2 days, so we're going to go into more specifics about the server. So with the server, getting more into deities, there are 6 in total, actually 7, and actually more that we don't know about. But the main 7 are Planu, and then the 6 that you can choose a creed for, or those who you worship, are going to be Arkwall, Kavalon, Netharna, Dezerma, Winterval, and who am I missing? Just look on the site, you'll see them all. The thing is about choosing your own deity.
You're missing Wildhaven.
Wildhaven. Yeah, I don't know how I forgot about that one. If the thing about the deities is you only get to choose one to worship at a time. You also only get one class, but we'll discuss that in a second. If you look on the site, you'll see that there are 2 separate tabs for classes and creeds. The creeds are the gods that you can worship. Under them, you'll have specific perks, such as Akwal can breathe underwater, Netharna has resistance to fire, or immunity, should I say. They all have different spells. If you're a mage, which is one of the classes, warriors, archers, oracles, which are a first for something like this, which can pretty much they're kind of like a combination between someone who might be stealthy and someone who might be I can't even think. They can pretty much do all the secret things. They can join a faction without letting anybody know. Just a bunch of things. I think they can get through locks. It's pretty insane. So all kinds of classes to choose from, all kinds of creeds to worship. Shoot, Elias, add something.
I think each class is really unique, and there's none that has really more power than each other. And I think there'll be, really with factions, there'll be big alliances with, even within different deities. They'll need certain amounts of each sort of class, and once the server grows, that'll be really cool to have raids and PvP.
Speaking of the factions, saying about sneaking into factions, that's another thing. We've got factions on here. We have an economy. We have a lot of the basic things you'd expect on a survival server. It's just all been amped up to fit what we have going on. The factions and stuff are pretty much based upon your creeds. I mean, you can have factions yourself, but all the creeds work together. In fact, each creed is pretty much alone. If you were to go on the forums after joining, you'll see forum posts for only your class or your creed. You will not be able to see any of Wintervol's posts if you're a Netharna. That way, if they're planning anything, you're not going to be able to know if you're in a different creed, which is kind of cool. Also, something else to mention in the server is that we have realistic chat right now. We're actually planning to maybe change that up a little bit, but for right now, the only people that can talk to each other have to be 50 blocks away, or else it starts to fade away in the game, so you won't be able to hear them. Just a warning as well. If you're just starting out, you're not going to be able to just shout and say hi, because we're not going to say hi back to you, and it's not because we don't like you. We love you. I'm just gonna say that now. We love you. Okay, so Elias, do you want to get into our small activity we've got going on? Alright, so welcome back to the server. I'm going to finish up here by mentioning a few of the upcoming news and events. Crimson Ingot will continue to be upgraded and perfected. The time-lapse should be able to be finished in the next few days and be up before even the next FMFM comes out. And Minecraft Furnitures should be having its new contest soon. The white rooms are going to be coming to a close within the next little while. I want to say, we announced something on the 9th, or the end of the white rooms is the 9th, something like that. So we should be having a new contest soon. To finish things off, I want to say the tip of the week. When you're chopping a tree, doesn't it annoy you sometimes that you can't reach the top log? You have to place some dirt or something to reach it? Here's a decent tip. If you want to get them all in one swoop, just leave a bottom block intact, using it as a footstool to get the rest. Once you're done with those, just harvest the bottom one again. Simple, yet not really known or used as often. I mean, people still grumble having to use something to boost themselves up again. It obviously doesn't really work with the redwoods or birch or whatever you call them because they're quite taller. But for regular trees, this shouldn't be a problem. For the 2x2 jungle trees, another tip for them is just to dig a 3-block space to stand in and then spiral your way up. Once you're at the top, just cut them down from there, and then that's a good way to harvest all of one tree from them as well. That's it for the tip of the week. Elias, did you want to say anything else here?
Not really. Thanks for watching, guys. Just leave some feedback. Feel free to be honest. Tell us any suggestions for next episode. Tip of the week. If you're on the server, if you can apply to be a guest on the website, I'll put a link for that in the description. And yeah.
For those of you who are already on the site, if you want to be featured or want to request to be featured on FMFM, we've got a thread for it in the forums. Just stop on by there. We've got other cool stuff. We've got the dates and times of the shows when they're planned, so just make sure to keep in touch with those. I believe that's everything. Thanks again for listening in on the 3rd episode of FMFM. We will hopefully see you soon. A quick thing, if this episode seemed just a little bit choppy to you, it probably was.
And another thing, if anyone would like to see me record more at this camera angle, just say so. But if you like the other one better, say so too.
And I'm going to have one hint on, not so much upcoming news, but kind of a hint on what me and Elias here have decided we might be doing. In the future, we might be referencing another YouTube channel, a lot more, because we plan on doing something totally different from any of this as well. But it's just a rumor. I'm just gonna give you a hint now, maybe something to expect for next time.
Yeah, we will have that announced within the next 3 or 4 weeks if we're doing it or not. And if we are, just look for that. We will have it linked in a new episode.
All right. Well, I think that's everything. So let's give a nice goodbye here.
Goodbye to our live audience.
Maybe we can hear the in-studio audience clap again. Whoa.
Whoa.
Really choppy clapping. All right. Well, thanks again. See you later.